Okay, hi everybody. So here's where we're at. I have the folio that I worked on, and I'm going to show you right now, flip through, but I'm going to work on something else today, but I'll show you a couple things. So here we go. That's the front. Then we have that page. This is a pocket here. Okay. Another page, and we'll be adding. So, okay. Then let's see here. I got to remember this goes down, and there's a pocket here. Okay. And then this flips this way. There's a pocket here. Then this flips up here. And then we can go the other way. This flips up here. Okay. And then there. So if we open it all the way up, you can see. Okay. Ugh. Okay, so that's what we have here so far. And then I also have worked on this. So these are just some rings. You can get these on Amazon pretty inexpensively. And then I took the 8.5 by 11 paper. I cut it down to, I think, what did I go with? About 5 by 7. Nope, wrong. Yep. And then, so I folded them in half and I started to glue them, but I decided I'm going to not glue all of them. And so you can open them, and I'm going to figure out what I'm going to do from there. Anyways, and at the top, this is from Chaos Crafts, and I just glued that sitting inside there. So these are obviously, not obviously, but these are going to be double-sided because I just folded the paper in half. Okay. And I just love these papers. So I might end up gluing them all and then putting something inside so they can be a journaling spot on the inside, but I just might also leave a few open so that you could journal on cards or decorate inside, or lots of options. So love these. So that's the two projects I've got going so far with these, but I want to work on something else today. I make little notebooks. I don't have any right now. That's why I'm going to make some that I give as free gifts, either that or little clipboards, or both, depending on the order, like this, that I give away when people buy my journals. So I need to make some more little notebooks. So I'm going to make some more of those. Let's see. Let's see here. They're just little, like I have some I'm working on right now. Let's see. So here's an idea of some of them, but these need more pages. And instead of sewing them, I'm going to bind them, I think, with the spiral ring. So we'll see how that goes. But let's see what we can do here. So I'm just going to cut down papers that I haven't used yet, or some that I have. I think I have a few that were smaller already. Did I have? Yeah, I had some that were, because this is width-wise, this is, or height-wise, this is a good size. Okay. Let's cut these down because you need some plain ones. And those torn pieces will just be in my leftovers bucket. Okay. Scraps. Okay, let's see here. Do that. Okay, love scrap paper. Okay, and they might get trimmed some more. I do like this, and this would be fun across here. Okay. That's a green. Oh, that's a nice orange. That's a nice blue, but I don't really want a snowflake for this. That's pretty. So it's a maybe. Okay. I do like the paint swatches. Maybe. I have to decide between those two blues. Oh, that too, because it's got good, yeah, that's gonna be the one. It's got good room for writing. It's good orange, because I've got yellow orange. Pink. Pink. Do I want that pink with blue? I'm not sure. I might have to come back to that. That's a nice plain, but with a little bit reds, but not sure. I like the palette there. Okay. Just looking. Okay, here's nice reds. I like you can get the Ferris wheel there, so maybe we'll use that. Ooh, that's pretty. Subtle. Maybe we'll throw that in. Ooh, purple and blue. I like that section. I do like that section too, but that's pretty. Right here, that's pretty. Okay. All right, nope. Ooh, that's pretty pink. Maybe along here. All right. Ooh, I love these watermelons. Aren't these fantastic? Very pretty also. Okay, we could do the piece of this. Maybe. Ooh, that's pretty. That's also pretty. But I'm gonna have to cut back some of these. So many pretty ones. Okay, I'm gonna have to put some of those back, but let me just clean this up a little bit. Sorry, just give me a quick second here. All right. All right, so do I want this part or this part? I think I'm gonna go with the bottom part. Okay. And then I think I'm gonna go with the bottom part here because I have palette right there. I don't need more palette right there, but I really wish you know what, I'm gonna do this and take off some of the bottom. Okay, and this has some white here, so I'm gonna just cut it. Okay. Okay. What have I got? It's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Okay. Not sure if I'm going to do that one. I might want to use that one for something else. And then do I have enough? I already have pink twice, so I'm not going to use that. I do like this. It's a nice, good, soft color. And I want to get that part in there. Okay. Let's see. Am I going to use any of this? No, I'm not going to use any of this. And I already have some of the brown, so I'm not going to use that. I need some red. I do need some red. Okay. Okay, that's nice. Love that. Okay. I think I already got plenty of blue. Oh, I do like that. Let's see. I have to take off some of that. Is that too tall? Maybe take, oh, I do like having some of that green though. I have to take off some of that. All right, and then this also has some white at the edge, so. Okay. All right. So, let's start folding. I think I'll probably be taking some off too, off the edges. Let me adjust you a little bit this way. Am I gonna do that? That's so pretty. I think I'm gonna use my cutter actually, because otherwise they're gonna come out crooked. Ooh, I like that. Okay. Did I? Yeah, okay. That's good. That's good. Okay, let's do that. And let's do that. Okay, we'll do that. Because I like having a few that are bent in, and then I'll glue them down to make them pockets, or else they'll be flaps. Okay, so that. Okay. Okay. That. Okay. All right. So these are just some nice little plain papers to throw in there, but since they're double-sided, they help fill in some texture and color. All right, so let's just do this. And I'm not in it for perfection, like I always say, just an ish, if you will. Okay. All right, that's gonna stay the same. This one, I love the edges on a tea-dyed paper. I get my tea-dyed, I do some of my own tea dyeing, but I found a great person on Etsy that I buy from. She sells it for a very reasonable price, and it's tea-dyed very nicely. If you're interested, let me know, and I can forward you the information on her. Okay, I like to have also different heights. Yeah, that's a nice little, okay, so, okay, I don't mind taking off the piano because it was sideways anyhow. It can be cute on a journaling card somewhere. Okay. Let's take off some of the top. Okay. That one's going in. That one's fine. Let's take off some of this. Just make this a little more even, just a little bit. Okay. Then we will have to organize it. Okay. What do I want to be my cover? This one maybe? So this one. You know, I need this to go in a little bit more. Okay. This one. And this one. And this one. Oh no, I don't want that so soon. This one. Sorry, I go off camera sometimes. Okay. Let's do this big one. And then this one. No, this one. Okay. This guy. I don't know if this guy's gonna end up getting used. Should this be the, you know, this could be the middle maybe. Okay. This one. I don't know, because I'm not, yeah, I don't think that one's, we're gonna use this one here. Okay, so this one, and then this one. Okay, so let me go ahead and, this is too big. The middle one's too big. Okay. Let's, okay. So let's just check this. Feel like I'm gonna put that. Start again here. Sorry. Okay, let me zoom you in just a little bit. Let's do, you know what, maybe. Yeah, let's do that. Let's do that. Okay. There we go. There we go. I want these to be staggered a little bit. Sorry, I'm a little shaky. My arthritis is really bad lately, and yeah. Okay. Okay. All right. That's what we're going to do there. All right. So we need to make a cover also. So, and so I think I'm also just going to punch right through. Folded like that. Normally you would have just individual pages, but I think I'm going to punch right through. If I have to, I can take off the edge. In any case, let's see here. So we need to make covers. So our little journal here is, let's see, about 1, 2, 3.5 by 1, 2, 3, 4 1/4. So 3.5 by 4 1/4. All right. So I have this guy. So, the actual ones are 3.5 by 4 1/4. So 3.5, 3.5. That's 3 1/4. I don't know if that's it. Let's just try that. That takes a lot of work. Okay, let's see how that looks. Oh, that is not even close to right. Oh, it's right that way though. So I should be able to get 2 that way. Okay. Okay. Just a smidgen off. Just literally a smidgen. Okay, so that's going to be our cover. All right, give me a quick second. I'm going to grab it. Okay, so now we have to pick covers for our journal. Any color really will work because maybe I'll be more generic. So it looks like what it's covering. That would be fun to do. I want to see more of the less patterned ones. That little two, that's good. That's good. Okay, let's see what we got going on here. This one really shows what's in it as far as like being different colors, and I can print more if I want to print more, but this also does, and it's more what do you call it, vintage. I'm gonna go with this. Okay, so I need to grab my double-sided tape. And okay, so I'm gonna think, yeah, okay, we'll do this. So we're gonna do this on all four sides. So you might want to fast forward through this part, or maybe I'll try when I edit. I try not to edit too much because that takes a lot of time, and I'm just not a fan. Okay. Okay. You don't have to use double-sided tape. You can use any kind of glue or tape that you want. This is just the easiest way for me. Oh, I got that one both sides already. Okay. All right. So that is those. Okay. Oops, I don't know what that was. Okay, let's grab, do I have the ruler? Oh, there's the ruler. And I'm gonna try the wet glue still. It's the AGG. And that's in case I need more. This will go on the front. So, do that. Okay. Just gives it a little extra oomph. Okay. There we go. You really don't need any more than an inch on each side, max, because you're going to cover the back. So let's do this again. I love this double-sided basic tape. It's fantastic. I get it at I haven't gone in a little while because I stock up when I go, but I get it at a Dollar King. See, that's what it looks like. Okay, so we're gonna do the same thing here. Okay, and then we're gonna just, everybody does their corners different, but I like to tuck mine in, especially when I'm using chipboard, because otherwise it might show depending on the thickness of the chipboard. Okay. All right, and then we're gonna do, I'm rubbing on that edge good so it tucks in. Where did I do with, what did I do with, oh, there it is. Okay. Okay. Move that out of the way. All right, let's see how that looks. Okay, I like that very much. Okay. So I'm gonna need a second piece because that's gonna go on the back. The other piece is gonna go on the back, so I'll use one of these. Okay, so what was this? This is 3.5 by 4.25. Okay, so I'll cut it just slightly smaller than that. Okay, so we're gonna go just under 4.25, so that's the 4. So we'll just go to the edge there. Ooh, that was rude. That's the length. Never mind. Let's go 3.5. And then 4.25. See. Okay, so now we're gonna ink. I like to use Distress Oxide Walnut Stain. Okay, and we're just gonna do that. Okay. Oh boy, that was a mistake. Okay, that's fine.
Is that you, Kat?
Okay, so I went off camera for a minute because my son came out here and wanted to talk to me, which is great. I love talking to him. And I made the both of the fronts and back cover and cut both of these and inked everything. So now I am going to go ahead and put these on. Okay. Okay, and we'll do that. All right, so there's that one, and then we're going to do the same thing here. Okay. There we go. And then I need my rag for my hands, but I don't know what I did with it. Use this, okay. Okay, so then that is gonna be the front, that's gonna be the back. Okay. So it feels like there's not enough pages maybe. I feel like I want a few more pages. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and go for now, but I will be back to work on this some more and bring you back with it.